And hello, one and all, and welcome to my weekly review for Lucha Underground. We're going to take a look at everything that took place on this week's episode, episode 13 from season 2 of Lucha Underground. Overall, I thought this was another tremendous effort from Lucha Underground from start to finish. There were a number of good matches, good backstage segments, and the show went off the air with a tremendous ending. So with that out of the way, let's take a look at what took place on Lucha Underground. We kicked things off with a backstage segment between Dario Cueto, Drago, and Aerostar, and Phoenix. They pretty much want to offer up, they want to be a team going into the Trios tournament. Cueto has other ideas for them. He says, no, that's not going to happen because you guys, you weren't successful last time in the Trios tournament. Rather, it's going to be Phoenix teaming up with Jack Evans and PJ Black. And Drago and Aerostar, you're going to be facing off in a match to determine who will win one of the Aztec medallions. So that was what was laid out for the show tonight. We had our first match, Drago versus Aerostar. Really tremendous match. These guys went out there. They pulled out all the stops. You could tell they really knew each other. Move for move. Like I said, they just went out there and they killed it. I mean, they really had a great match. There was a lot of good stuff in here. There was a nice Hurricane Rana from Aerostar to Drago from the top rope. That was really nice. There was another nice springboard corkscrew splash from Aerostar on Drago. And then there was a really nice finishing sequence here with Aerostar. He hit a springboard code breaker, so that was really nice to see. And then after that, he hit the springboard diving splash on Drago to pick up the victory and earn the Aztec medallion. So really great opening match. Then we had a backstage segment between Taya and Johnny Mundo. Johnny Mundo said pretty much that he should have been one of the first to receive the opportunity to compete for one of the Aztec medallions. Taya has good news for Johnny Mundo. You're going to be competing in a match next week for one of the Aztec medallions. And he's like, well, great. Who's my opponent? She's like, it's going to be Cage. So Mundo's like, okay, I got this. You'll be at ringside. You'll be able to help me. Why not? There's a stipulation, Taya says. She says, it's going to be inside a steel cage. So, Mundo said he's not worried at all, and Taya says that you will shut down that machine permanently. So, tremendous match announced for next week. I cannot wait for Mundo versus Cage inside a cage. So we have that to look forward to next week. After this, we had our second match of the evening. It was the Disciples of Death versus Phoenix, Jack Evans, and PJ Black in a first-round match in the Lucha Underground Trios tournament. This was a really good match from start to finish. I really liked how Black and Evans were looking to exclude Phoenix from getting the tag. I like how Evans was playing at just this cocky, arrogant persona like he is all that. And he really is a tremendous athlete, as we saw towards the end of this match. But I really just like the arrogance that was playing up by Jack Evans, and how they weren't really willing to work on the same page with Phoenix. There was one part of the match that I really liked when it was Evans he was the only one in there, and there were the three Disciples of Death behind him, and then Phoenix got on to the top rope and he hit a double drop kick on two of the members of the Disciples, and then towards the end of the match, Evans was able to hit a springboard handstand plancha onto the Disciples of Death, and then Phoenix, who was the legal man, hit the corkscrew somersault senton to pick up the victory. So the unlikely team of PJ Black, Jack Evans, and Phoenix got the win. I kind of like where they're going with this. It's an unlikely team. You're interested to see how long that these guys can stay on the same page and work together. Like I said, overall, I like the Phoenix. He really shined in this match. PJ Black looked pretty good, and I just like Jack Evans. Like I said, when he got going, he did this awesome springboard enziguri That was really nice to see. I mean, he can really do some impressive stuff in the ring. So I thought really all three guys shined over the defeating the Disciples of Death. So after this, we had the backstage segment in Cueto's office between Ivelisse, Son of Havoc, and Angelico. Cueto talks about how you three have been Trios champion for a long, long time, how it was so unlikely due to the differences and the animosity that existed amongst the three of you. And he informed them that rather than this being a tournament to determine who will be the number one contenders for your title, you guys will actually be in the tournament. This came as a shock to all three, and they pretty much, Cueto says, he is a fair man, and to make this fair, you will get a bypass to the finals of the tournament. And next week, it'll be Ivelisse, Son of Havoc, and Angelico. It will be in a four corners tag team match, and the winners will become the Lucha Underground Trios champion. Then we had a really just sick and gruesome segment after this with Katarina and the Disciples of Death. She pretty much mocked them, scorned them, said, this is the final straw pretty much. You guys lost your match, let alone you lost to Phoenix, of all people. He was the one to pick up the victory. And, she tells them, give me a reason not to destroy each and every one of you. And then one of the Disciples of Death kills Trace and the other Disciple of Death, I believe Morte, killed Trace and the other Disciple of Death, and Morte's there, left holding the beating hearts of the other two disciples, and Katarina strikes Morte with some type of lightning. So, ripping the hearts out of the two Disciples of Death. Now there is only one left standing, so definitely a very gruesome segment, to say the least. And we had an all-out war, an all-out drag-down fight. It was Matanza defending his Lucha Underground heavyweight title versus Mil Muertes. This was just a physical, brutal match from start to finish. I enjoyed it. It was just the type of match that I thought they would have. When the action spilled to the outside, Cueto attempted to attack Muertes from behind, but Matanza was able to knock out Cueto after Muertes pressed Cueto in the air, and then Matanza attacked Muertes from behind. Then Matanza looked like was going to turn his attention to Katarina after Katarina attacked Matanza with the stone. Then Muertes was able to get the advantage by hitting Matanza in the back with a steel chair. They begin to brawl up to the top of the stairs. And then they eventually fight into the crowd, and they eventually land on the roof of Dario Cueto's office. And then it looks like somebody's going to be thrown off this freaking office. I mean, they're fairly high up there above the crowd. And then eventually, Muertes tries to German suplex Matanza, but he's able to counter with some back elbows. And then Muertes hits a flatliner that drives him and Matanza through the roof of Dario Cueto's office. It was incredible. It was a holy shit moment, to say the least. Match ends in a no contest, so Matanza is still your Lucha Underground champion. Afterward, you see Cueto standing at the top, pointing at Katarina, basically saying, "This means war." So wow, what a way to go off the air for Lucha Underground. Season 2, Episode 13. Enjoyed this episode from start to finish. There was a lot of great stuff in here. And just another worthwhile episode for Lucha Underground. I'm going to give this episode an A. Enjoyed it from start to finish. So those are my thoughts and opinions on this week's episode of Lucha Underground. Let me know down in the comments section below what you guys thought of this week's episode of Lucha Underground. What did you like? What didn't you like? Always enjoy getting that discussions going down below. So thank you all for watching this video. Please click that like and subscribe button for more video content coming soon to this channel, and be on the lookout for my next video. Until then, guys, take care, stay safe, and I will see you guys on the other side. Peace.